Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Before we begin, make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe, the bell, and share this with someone that you think it would be a blessing to. And don't forget to join us every Wednesday night at 6:30 here in Surprise, Arizona. And remember, youth matter. So here's my boat, and they get on this boat because Jesus said, let's go to the other side. And they're like, okay. So here they are, they're on the boat. Yeah, do, 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 do. Come on, Sam, do, 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 do. Right? They're all going across on an adventure, right? They're just going, and then suddenly, a storm comes. But these guys are like, it's all good. I've been to this, I'm good. And what's Jesus doing? What is he doing? Sleeping. When it got to be so severe, Jesus is still sleeping. How in the world is that possible? How tired must he have been that he's sleeping through a storm? So they're in their boat, and it just starts to fill up. That's starting to sink. Dan, can you hand me those real quick? It's ironic that you got some pool noodles with you, dude. Like, this is us in our lives sometimes. We feel like God, hold on, stand right here for a second. Stand right here. This is Dan Bromsey. Everyone say hi, Dan. Being a Christian is a huge responsibility. It's amazing that God has called you and he says, come and follow me. That's the first step. But you know what's hard? What I think is hard being a Christian is continuing to walk with him daily. It's easy to say, yep, I'm a Christian, woo! And I want to go back and do my normal stuff that I was doing before. But to actually go and walk with Jesus every day is one of the hardest things to do. Anyone can say, yeah, I want to follow. I want to get in my adventure with you. I want you to fix my problems, Jesus. I want you to save me right now. I need to feel a good moment. I need to know I'm a good person right now. I need that. It's easy to do that, huh? But then when you see the cost of following Christ, it's a lot. You're giving up the world. You're giving up the things that you see, the things that bring you pleasure, the things that give you comfort. You're giving up those things for sometimes going into the unknown. That's what it's like doing. Here I am. So I'm on this boat. This is my walk with Christ. Some of you said yes to Christ. Some of you are chilling. You don't even know what that means yet. Maybe life is going great for you. Awesome. But you do know, some of you in here know there is a storm sometimes coming. Some of you right now, you're in the middle of the storm. Some of you have gotten to the other side of the storm, but you still know life has its storms. And what do we do in those that matter? Because here's the thing. Every now and then, something gets added to your boat. Some type of anxiety that happens. Maybe you lost a friend. You moved to a new town. You moved to a new church. You got a new house. You got a new job. You got an interview coming up, and it's just added to your boat. And it's starting to feel a little crammed. But I can handle it. I got this. And then all of a sudden, I forgot. With everything going on, me wanting to hang out with my friends, my video games and all that, I forgot I have homework assignments and stuff like that. And now I got added to my boat. A new little wave came on, but I'm like, it's cool. I've done this before. I know how to procrastinate and do all my homework Sunday night, get mad at my parents for asking me if I did my homework. I know how to do that. But then I forgot I also got sports that I got in my life right now that I told my parents I wanted to do and to sign me up. I know it costs some money. I don't want them to know I'm kind of starting to drown here. But then I have this rumor at school going on about me, about what people have said that I did, and I didn't really do it, and I've lost friends over it. And now I'm wondering if I'm all alone, if God really does love me. If he does love me, why would he let me go through such horrible things in the storm that I'm in right now? And all of a sudden, it just feels like you're in this boat of all these water and you're drowning. You know, all this time, Daniel, what I could have done, at any point you handed that to me, I could have asked God for help. But I wanted to keep going through it myself. I allowed myself to go through this. I said, it's okay. It's okay. I could do it. I could do it. You know, if I could do it, I wouldn't need Jesus. I could get to heaven on my own. That's not true. I need him. I absolutely need him. Thanks, Daniel. You can have a seat, dude. He's probably awkwardly standing there. Like, how much longer do I got? But you're on this boat, and you're in here, and it's crammed, and it looks awkward, and it's weird. Like all this stuff, and I'm suffocating, and all I have to do is call out to Jesus. But guess what? Every time I feel like I've called out to him in the past, he's sleeping. He's probably all comfortable on there with his cushion, sitting on his throne. He's perfect. What does he care about me? Yeah, you live your perfect life. You guys ever been there? You're just, meanwhile, just suffering, and you're thinking that my life is just overwhelming and it's severe. It's not going to get better than this. I'm drowning. I'm drowning. I have felt like this so many times in my life. And I have honestly felt like Jesus was just sleeping and didn't care. Have you guys ever felt like that? Like he's left you? And you're wondering, what? Why are you allowing me to carry all this stuff? If you allow everything and you're in control, why would you allow me to go through this? And look at this in verse 38. Jesus was sleeping on the back of the boat with his head on a cushion. Must be nice. The disciples woke him up shouting, "Teacher, don't you care that we're going to drown?" They're doing the same thing we do sometimes, don't they? Don't you care? Don't you care what I'm going through? Or did you forget? Did you forget about me? I see you working in so-and-so's life over here. See, you've worked in my dad's life. Thanks a lot, but I actually needed you. Don't you care? They did the same thing. Verse 39, when Jesus woke up, he rebuked the wind and said to the waves, "Silence, be still." Suddenly, the wind stopped, and there was a great calm. Man, I would love that in my life. A great calm. Last week, if you guys weren't here for that, we were talking about how to walk through difficult times, difficult situations. And one of the first things we need to do is just run to God, because he brings you peace. Jesus is all the peace that you need in your life. So if he could bring that in my life, why would I not go to that? Why do I go to this person? Why do I go to this thing? Why, when I'm stressed and I'm anxious, do I go to my phone? That's what I do. When I have an amazing God who's conquered all this and can make it be still and calm at a snap of his fingers. I share with you last